Welcome back to a Nourish to Flourish episode with yours truly, Megan the Trainer, registered dietitian. And with kind of the turn of the new year, I've been seeing a lot of things going on this first month of 2026 where of course, there's these all different kinds of fads, different supplements, different trends, different foods that you should focus on and things, and how I think it is a little overwhelming. I think we can all agree in that regard, even myself being somebody working in this realm, in this field. But I've been doing a challenge so far this month of January, the Restore the Core Challenge. There's been a lot of recurring themes that have come through where I feel like I can comfortably and quite confidently take a stance that these are some pretty well black and white recommendations and things that you should be doing. If you're not doing these things first, then it doesn't matter what trend, what food, what thing you're including. If we're not kind of doing some of these basic things, you probably are not getting enough protein. You probably are not getting enough fiber. And kind of branching out of the nutrition realm, but still within my realm of expertise, you probably should be doing some strength training. And of course, we can throw in there stress and sleep, but I feel like everybody kind of knows that in a sense, and we've probably heard that from just about everybody. When it comes to getting enough protein, getting enough fiber, and doing some strength training, this is where the individualization side of it comes into play. Just how much protein do you need? How much fiber exactly do you need? And what does strength training look like to you?
I am listening.
In the last Nourish to Flourish video, I talked about the new dietary guidelines and how there has been an update to some of the protein recommendations. Now, most of the clients that I work with, after we do some calculations, and we kind of average out about what protein should look like per meal, per eating opportunity, we're sitting somewhere between 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Okay, this is not per day, this is per meal, okay? So this is looking at maybe a good cup or a cup and a half of Greek yogurt or a cup and a half of cottage cheese. No, I get it, that's a lot of yogurt or a lot of cottage cheese, but then let's layer it with some different things. So I have a couple of cheat sheets that I like to use with clients. If you want to get your hands on those cheat sheets, feel free to comment, send me an email, send me a DM, something like that, and I can send that over to you so that way you have a download to look at. But otherwise, when it comes to fiber, somewhere between 25 to 35 grams of fiber. So we're prioritizing whole grains, fruits and veggies, those non-starchy vegetables specifically. And again, we're eating things that have the peel on them. We're looking for a lot of color, a lot of variety. That's what really is gonna help with our overall health when it comes to fiber and the benefits that fiber has. And now strength training is going to be important, not only because this is coming from me as a strength trainer in a sense, but I'm not biased in that regard, but for a lot of the clients that I work with, again, I usually work with the menopausal kind of season. And muscle is kind of like the top currency here. This is kind of prized tissue in your body. It's gonna help you from a metabolism perspective, from a blood sugar perspective, from just a health and longevity perspective. So typically as we age, some of the pitfalls and some of the downfalls with aging can also be kind of paralleled with losses in muscle tissue, especially from a movement, from an ability standpoint as well. So if you want to live a long, robust life, make sure that you're lifting some heavy things. So again, there are some things that are a little more grayish, that are a little more nuanced, that are some individualized things when it comes to nutrition. But for the most part, you probably need more protein, you probably need more fiber, and you probably should be strength training more or lifting a little heavier if you can. If you want a little bit more individual help with calculating out more of your protein and kind of piecing together what that looks like, same thing with fiber and even with strength training, definitely reach out to me and we can definitely get something set up for you, get some kind of plan of action in a sense of working together, where that way you can work on some of those basic elemental kind of things when it comes to health and longevity. So now that you know better, let's go out and do better so we can all be better.